In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a cash outflow. We're going to go to Settings, choose the document options, and select Cash Register Outflows. We can do this in several ways. We have vouchers, suppliers payments, bank deposits, withdrawals, other type of outflows. We have expenses, credit balance repayment, and outflows reversals. Now, vouchers, suppliers payments, and bank deposits, as well as other type of payments, are performed in a very similar manner. First, we have to set up the amount of money we need to withdraw, and then select the type of cash register outflow. Only for the case of a voucher, we need to assign an employee. Why? Because the system is going to relate that cash outflow to an employee so that we can know who took the money or to whom the money was assigned to. This is done by introducing the access code of that employee, and this is going to make the association in the system for us. As you can see, it shows us the amount of the outflow, it shows us the employee, and it asks us if we are sure. We say yes, and the ticket of the cash outflow should be coming out of the printer right now. However, if we're going to make another type of cash outflow, we can select, for example, withdrawals. And for withdrawals, we're going to see a form containing the different payment methods that we have set up in the system. So we can assign an amount of money to that payment method and then press accept and print out the receipt. For expenses, we're going to need a little previous process. We need to register the type of expenses we're going to make, and this is done by going to the back office application, selecting the general parameters menu, and choosing from the expenses submenu the expenses chart. We can register different expenses. As we can see, I have 3 different expenses. These represent some of the most common expenses for any establishment. This is for example a general office expense. This is a transportation expense in case you need to pay for the transportation of some goods or somebody somewhere, and a most common expense, which is buying water for the employees at the office. We can, I don't know, select some amount. We do, however, have to write a reference. In this case, my reference will be that this water is for week 1 of December. And now I know, and whenever I need to check my expenses and my cash outflows for these expenses, I can see what the concept of that expense was. I press accept, and the process will be done. The ticket will come out of the printer. This type of cash outflows cannot be modified, and this is something that we have to keep in mind whenever we are making one. Another type of cash outflow we can make is credit balance repayment. Remember when we were returning an invoice or maybe some items of an invoice, we had the option of setting up some credit balance in favor of that customer. However, if the customer chooses not to spend that money in our establishment again, we can repay that credit balance through a cash register outflow. We can press this option, and then we have to look for the customer who made the return. We set up the amount that we're going to give him back and press accept. It'll happen the same way every other cash register outflow is performed. It'll print out the ticket with all the data, with the customer, the number of the invoice, how much money was repaid, etc. And the last type of cash register outflow is the outflow reversal. And this is where we give the money back to the cash register. This is done so that when we close the day, the sales of the day, the money that we have in the cash register matches the money that has been registered in the system. As far as cash is regards, this type of cash outflow reversal shows us a list of every single cash outflow we have made during this cash desk opening. We can select the one that we need to reverse and press the button reverse in order to complete the process and print out the ticket of the cash outflow reversal. Are you sure? We say yes. And the process is finished. That's how we perform our cash register outflows and the different types of outflows we can have.